we're looking at right here all the god designs. This is where like I said, Toriyama, I think his creative really shown.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start off with Universe 6, Champa. Actually, let's go with Universe 7, Beerus and Champa. It's basically, they're the same, they look like the same character, just the fat version
Right.
of the character, the skinny version of the character, based off the cat designs. I really liked Beerus' design when Battle of Gods hit, and we
Oh
thought
yeah,
at the
that was
beginning, he was a
amazing.
villain. We thought he at first, before I found out he was actually a cat, I thought he was supposed to be like some sort of version of the Egyptian god Anubis, and because
That's what I
obviously,
thought too.
yeah, you can really tell the
That's inspiration though. Definitely inspiration from that.
oh yeah, the influence of the Egyptian culture, and this is why I love Toriyama. Always gathers his inspirations from everything, and it's probably one of the reasons why Dragon Ball's been such a success, because everybody worldwide can look at the series and hey, they can like, hey, that looks like it's from our culture, or this country like, hey, that looks like it came
Exactly.
from our culture, and it kind of just it has that worldwide view about it. Yeah, I really like the designs, and I think the way that they go about Beerus and Champa's personalities, and one being fat and one being skinny. Once again, wonderful sense of humor from
You never knew
Toriyama
it could be an inside
Designs.
joke.
Yeah, yeah. I really dug it, because we were wondering after Resurrection F, Fakatsu no F, the movie, what are all the other gods gonna look like? And granted, while I was hoping all the gods would have different clothes and outfits, I guess it may have just been much more easier to
Yeah.
design this. Like, okay, let's just structure this. All the gods will dress like this. All the angels will dress like this. But outside of their outfits and clothes, there's still enough difference there to see in there.
Right.
So yeah, man, you got any thoughts you want to give on the designs of Beerus and Champa?
When I first saw the design for Beerus and I saw his character, I was like, wow, like this guy is definitely different from what I used to see when it came to Dragon Ball. Just the overall creature, what he is, it's
Yeah.
different. I honestly did not know what to make of what he was, and then when I saw the movie, seeing what he can do in the movie, the clothes and everything, it fits him perfectly. Like everything really complements his character. Um, compared to Universe 6. Same way, just really complement each other. The dress and everything, the collar,
Hmm.
the every piece of jewelry on him, it all just fits well.
Yeah, for sure, man. You feel the same way about Champa?
Chamba, well, um,
What, he wasn't cool because his muscles weren't as
yeah.
defined? Like, yeah, Beerus is on the slim side, but he's got some muscles. What Champa got? Is that what you trying to say?
Well, I'm not. Well, in a way, I guess I am. I don't know because I guess he looks like Beerus so much, and the fact that he's like more of a super average weight kind of person, kind of person compared to who Beerus is. Yeah, like you said, Beerus is slimmer. He's more fitter than him. But I just, they're just so alike. But then, like you said, the anatomy, the size and things separate them. So you can't say, oh, they look just alike.
Hmm.
I mean, the way the heads are shaped and everything, you can see that there is some difference.
Oh, cool, man. All right, let's move to Universe 5. Sorry if I don't know how to pronounce this one. Arack. I don't even know. Arak. But how you ever say this? If I have a hard time with this, I don't know about you, man, but I don't remember this god doing much of anything in the arc. Like, yeah, I don't remember. I don't think he was really nothing anything particular special. But this was designed by Toyotaro. So the Universe 5 god. Pretty freaky looking design if you ask me. This guy looks malnourished, and he looks like he's
I
a
swear, like a
blend of
fish.
of the great wizard of Bobbity and E.T., which is actually a joke I used back a few years back like what 5 years ago when I did my Vegeta Hates the Lion King parody. Yeah, man, this guy's got some similarities like E.T. Maybe he's like an older version of E.T. Maybe he bleached his skin a little bit, got a little lighter. I mean, and the man, look at his lips are all chapped up and all that stuff. Like, oh my god, freaky looking dude. Like, hey, our friend the man 0001. He always loves a good roast session. This is the type
Oh
of
yes.
this is the type of person he would just. This is roast material for him. This is knocking at his door Mr. Man 0001, we have the new roast material delivered to you. And, you can imagine him going like, ah, yes, bring it here. Yeah, man, like, I don't know what's going on with the hair. What is this on his cheeks? I
have no idea. When I first saw him, I'm like, is this a fish type character? Is this
yeah, he does remind me like a fish or something like.
I really didn't. I know nothing to make of it. I'm like, I just was really curious of his background. That's all I was really curious about.
Yeah, man, but it's not. This is actually the most time I've ever spent talking about. I don't remember. Did he do anything relevant in the Tournament of Power?
No.
Yeah, I don't know, but hey, man, let's move on because obviously, if he didn't do that much, it's probably not worth. But you know what? But all joking aside, in terms of the design, even though he's not obviously, this god's not probably the most pleasant thing to look at. Toyotaro definitely, I thought, definitely pushed the creative envelope on this. Like,
This on the left swipe.
He'll make an impression on you, right, when you look at this. He didn't look friendly either. Oh yeah, I don't even think he smiled once in the arc. All right, man, let's go to Universe 4. Quitela? Quitela. So this one was designed by Toriyama. He's just an evil, golden looking evil mouse dude. Like, man, like this is the type of dude that Jerry should have got helping him on Tom and Jerry. Man, he's like this like evil looking mouse and everything, like something I would imagine being in like some Saturday morning cartoons and stuff and everything. Dude, the laugh that he would have in the Japanese version. I wonder what they're gonna do with the Funimation dub. I hope they keep that. Oh boy, but he had a really interesting story with him and Beerus and all that stuff. But in terms of the design, I like it. This is one of those designs where I say it's simple, but it works. It works. He looks like just some sort of evil, snobbish mouse that think he's better than everybody and all that stuff. But yeah, I like the design. I think it was simple, but it worked. What about you? What's your thoughts on Toriyama's design of Quitela?
It's felt the same way. It's simple, yet it works. I like the choice of color and everything. The eyes are what get me. Mm-hmm. At the eyes, you can see how sinister he is from the way the eyes look. You're like, okay, right off the bat, this character isn't going to be nice at all. I like it. I like the way, like how the collars they all have on, going around the chest, everything. It's, they may look alike, but they're all different from each other.
Yeah, the colors.
I like his. I like the green they use on it. It's nice.
Mm-hmm. Now let's move on to Universe 3. Mosco, I think is how you say his name. This was designed by Toyotaro. Now, here's a good reason why this is really cool, because Toyotaro, you can tell he loves the Dragon Ball series. He's a fan, man. He grew up watching the Dragon Ball series as a fan, and now he has been passed down by Toriyama's blessing. He's the successor to Toriyama, man.
That's the awesome part about it.
This guy is living the Dragon Ball dream, man. And he started off by doing fan art. Keep that in mind. Toyotaro started off doing fan art, and now he is he is going to carry the next generation of Dragon Ball once Toriyama basically ends up no longer doing the Dragon Ball series. So man, much props to Toyotaro. So it's not very liked, Dragon Ball GT. But his design is directly influenced by Lude, the green looking design for like machine mutant from Dragon Ball GT. So yeah, man, that's where it's just basically all rearranged around, and it's like, yeah, if you were a Dragon Ball fan, you grew up watching GT and everything after Z and all that stuff, you're gonna know directly where this came from, and I think this is pretty cool. There's a lot of influence in Dragon Ball where they throw in little Easter eggs to the past series, so this was really cool, and it's nice to see Toyotaro give Dragon Ball GT some love. I understand why people dislike Dragon Ball GT, but I always did like the series on its own compared to Dragon Ball Z. Obviously, what can else be said? But it's pretty cool to see that, and I do like the art design, the character designs in GT. So yeah, what was your thoughts, man? How'd you like Toyotaro's design of Mosco, if I'm saying it right? Probably mispronouncing it, especially through the influence he took took from one of the GT characters.
You know what? I've been probably saying everything. I just recognize so much and see so much that I, get a gist of all the characters. I love the design actually. Reminds me of one of those battle droid type characters you would see in like an old school anime, like Dragon Ball GT. I like the choice of color too. Definitely makes him look direct what his character is. I like the way the abdomen is shaped on it too. I like how that shape. I like how the face of it is shaped as well. I like how they have the bands around his arm, the way that is, how the sleeves, how the arm is shaped like a robotic arm, kind of like one of those what do you call those kind of robots? I forget the name of it, but it's a type of robot where they put like a rubber sleeve on it to cover all the parts and stuff, like he's just suited and ready to fight.
Well, hey, Luke did have the robotic design, so yeah, he did a good job, I think, rearranging it around as well too. Yeah. Let's move on to the only, I believe, female we have, or goddess that we have, Universe 2, Heles. Now, when I first saw this design, we talk so much about the gods looking like they were influenced from ancient Egyptian culture. Right. She is the most Egyptian looking of them all. I mean, just the way she had the skin tone and the way that she has all like the golden ornaments and everything. Like she looks like she is an Egyptian queen. So I really dug
for
this
her age.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh man, dude, all these gods in Dragon Ball are keeping well up. Except for the Grand Kai. Yeah, Grand Kai, he actually the only ones that probably looks old. The elder Kai himself is only old because he fused with a witch. But yeah, man, I really dug this design. She was actually definitely the most human-looking character. Definitely. But I think one of the things that she's gonna probably have a bad sight in people's minds is because she was so heavily involved with Ribrianne, who became one of the most hated characters in the series, and all that stuff like that. And everything, but I take it you're with me on that. This was designed by Toriyama and Toyotaro, so I'm actually seeing that was designed by them by them both, man. So I take it you dig the whole Egyptian thing as well.
I do. I like her appearance, definitely. The eyes, how they do the eyeliner around her eyes, how Egyptian culture is, her hair. I like that the hat that she wears also, just like Egyptian culture. She really represents that whole meaning of, where they got the inspiration from. Like a Cleopatra type character. I really like that. Now, as a character on the show, how she acts, I'm not a big fan of.
Especially when they kept doing that long zoom out where she placed her hand and they kept zooming out to the like, come on, make it stop already. Oh, hey, let's move on to Universe 1. Ivan, he was designed by Toyotaro. I don't know about you, but when I look at this guy, he reminds me of Dr. Brief's cat. The little cat that he has sitting on, just because you just see this fur ball this black fur ball with these big eyes, and like I just want to look at that photo and see him go meow. Maybe start singing meow 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 meow. Yeah, man. So
it has to be.
Yeah, like I'm guessing he may have been influenced by something. Like, did they just think of Dr. Brief's cat on this? What was your thoughts on Ivan here?
I like the character. I like the way he looks. It looks just all soft and cuddly kind of character. I don't know why, but I know I'm not getting off topic, but it looks like Haribo from Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, it must have been somebody from another anime. I just couldn't picture it. Yeah. Hey, man, this is Toyotaro, so I'm imagining if he grew up a big Dragon Ball fan, it's not too far-fetched to think he grew up as a Yu-Gi-Oh fan. Maybe it was influenced there. Let's move on to Universe 12. Geene. I want to see this guy sort of just have an interaction with, man, it's been a while since I watched Naruto. Right. Who was the swordsman there? That was like the sharp type swordsman. What was his name?
I know you're talking about.
What was his name? Hoshigaki Kisame?
it sounds like you almost got it too.
It's been a while since I've watched Naruto, so hopefully you guys know
Yeah,
what I'm
me too.
talking about. But anyways, yeah, man, I like this design. It's pretty cool. Looks like he's from like a shark world type of planet.
Mhm.
And yeah, I dig this design. I thought it was, I think it's one of the cooler looking gods for sure. What about you?
I love the design. I love how his ears are. Honestly, that's so cool. The way they designed that, the way he designed where the ears and the facial features are. Love how he has the mouth, where the teeth are. His anatomy is really cool too. You can just tell right off how he looks that he's from a world where it involves, sea-like creatures and beings, which is really, really cool. I like, they go in different. They don't just stick to one way. They go randomly different ways, because the universe is random, and random characters like this is appropriate because you can't, just assume. Um, I love everything about it. I love how, I see his sash, but I've seen his full body. I love how, the pants look, everything on the
Mm-hmm.
character. The skin tone too. Skin tone is pretty cool also. I like how they got the scales on him, the eyes, everything. It's really nice. Shape of the head.
For sure. Hey, let's move on to Universe 11, Vermouth, also pronounced by some others as Belmod. So he was designed by Toriyama and Toyotaro. Now, dude,
Mm.
tell me if you follow me on this one. Do you think they sat down and decided to watch the movie It and then said, "There's our guy"? And no, I'm not talking. I think he may have been designed before the new movie It
Or
came
One
out. So I'm talking
Piece.
about the
Looks like
original
one of
one.
those
It could
clown
be.
pirates from One Piece.
Oh, okay. No, but for real, all joking aside, Vermouth, obviously the sadistic, evil-looking clown that could not shut his mouth and kept getting owned by
Yes.
Vegeta, and oh my god, I don't know if you've been listening to me in the Linux reviews, especially Linux, he can't stand Belmont and all that stuff, all the trash he talks and about how he takes or he's the god yet he takes orders from Jiren. Oh man, but you know what? The design worked. He was quite the annoyance, and the design worked for what it is. I just love how at the end of Super he had nothing to say. So his the way his lips are designed, they work really good when he can't shut up, and then when he does shut up, they work really well with just how they stay down. So yeah, I felt though at the end of the day, his design worked for what it. What did you? How'd you like having an evil clown as a god?
Definitely something I would have never have guessed. Yet again, they have made me feel like I cannot guess the show. You cannot guess Dragon Ball. You cannot, even when you try to do fan art, you can't guess it. You just gotta wait and see.
Right, right, right.
um, but definitely, when I first saw the character, I thought, oh, he's gonna be funny. He's gonna be, really funny clown, really nice. It's the exact opposite. He's a jerk. Uh,
Oh yeah.
um, but you can see in his face, I'm looking at how he looks, stern, and he has a smile on his face. But it's definitely the exact opposite. I like how he has a little earring in his ear.
Mm-hmm.
I like the hair, the orange hair, the nose, the eye paint, um, anatomy. He's really skinny. Like how a lot of clowns are seen like in caricatures and stuff. How people when they draw clowns back in old culture, they would make them really skinny, or they would give them big heads and stuff. So he represents that definitely well.
Let's move on to Ramen Reigns. Okay, so I like the long black hair, the vest. Dude looks like he can go in there and maybe beat up people like Broly, but nah, he might lose. Maybe he can go in maybe put him in a cage match. He can go ahead and beat guys like Broly. Nah, maybe he'll just cost himself the match. All right, I'm kidding. dude. You guys who out there are wrestling fans, you know what we're talking about. No, let's go with his
Exactly.
name is Ramen. Ramen, I think, yeah. So he was by Toyotaro. Pink
Boo
Elephant.
as an elephant.
Hey, dude, Boo has an elephant. Hey, man, is this the best in shaped elephant you've ever seen?
Ever.
Yeah, man, like this elephant's been hitting the cardio heavy. But no, man, I dig it. I like the design, the facial expression. Just very expressive how they were able to do it. I don't remember if he did much of anything in Tournament of Power, but yeah, man, I dig the design. Once again, I thought it was really well done. Any thing you like to add about this?
I like. Well, he definitely is skinny. You can see his rib cage sticking through his sides. He is definitely the smallest elephant I will ever see. I like the tusk, the ears, how they go down over his face, on his chest. That's pretty cool. I like the shape of the eyes. The eyes are really slit, like he's just thinking maniacally or something, or he's just planning out something. The sash, all the sashes on them are awesome. I like the color. It's pretty cool. But I just can't help but think that this guy is just like Boo if he just shaped himself into an elephant, but he wanted to stay fit still so he wouldn't feel big.
Imagine Boo gonna make yourself an
Not that I'm knocking on his artwork.
Oh man, yeah. Hey, let's move on to
Not that I'm knocking on his artwork. It's that's just my take, but I like it. Definitely different. But like I said before, like everything about Dragon Ball, it's different. It's out the box, and this character definitely sums that.
Oh yeah. Hey, let's move to Universe 9. I think his name is pronounced it's either Sidra, I think it is. Sidra. So he was designed by Toriyama. So I always feel like he definitely looks like he can be one of those Kais. Oh yeah, you guys haven't seen Matt's grown quite the epic beard. So if Matt knows a good beard and thinking too about having a good beard, right? So this guy just looks sorry, and he was portrayed. Yes. If he was Dragon Ball, he was booked very sorry. I think even his description said he was basically sort of like a pushover among all the gods, and we saw that obviously here. So right. I figured, like, Toriyama, like, once again, he kept it very simple, but it works with the type of character the guy ended up being. I like the green, the purple, even the green, like the green. His green skin is not vibrant; it's very pale looking. The purple, it's not very violent. It's almost like the guy is just very. It's like it's very plain, but he was almost like a plain god, right? So I felt the design represented well for what the character ended up being. Anything you like to add about Sidra?
He's a very distinctive face. The nose, the beard, the ears. I like the purple. That's pretty nice too. He's robust character. Look at that stomach, that gut. I like it. Definitely, he's got more of an average appearance. Hair, balding at the top. I feel that pain. But yeah, definitely a more, I would say, closer to natural character. Nothing crazy like ramen.
Right. And now let's move over to I don't even know how you pronounce this. Liquiir. Sorry, I probably botched that. Universe 8. So basically it is a fox because we've got cats, so why not have a fox? Yep. This was designed by Toyotaro, and yeah, I really dig the design. Can't say anything bad about it. I really dig it. What do you think? He definitely always looked like he's definitely all business.
Yeah.
And then we've already discussed Beerus and everything. So yeah, that's just our thoughts. Actually took a little longer than I thought to go through all the god designs, but I thought this was important to go over, guys, just because I thought these were some of the most unique designs. Hey everybody, SONGOSHUAKU'S here! Thanks for checking out this clip from me and Matt Dillingham's Dragon Ball Super character design discussion, originally released back on August 26, 2018. For the full version, click the link in the video, and the links to all our social media are in the description below.